Welcome to Who Put This On, Season 2, Episode 11, where we watch Champs vs. Pros, Season 1, Episode 1. And I'm Chris Lorenz. Sitting to my right is
Brian Houston.
Sitting to my left,
Harrison Hoffman.
Sitting across from me,
James Rahal.
Sitting next to him,
friend of the show, retired New York Yankee Hideki Matsui.
There you go.
Oh.
It's the Mac. Is this show really just called Champs versus Pros?
You did forget a couple of important words before Champs versus Pros.
2 words?
2 words, I think. The challenge. Champs versus Pros.
Yeah.
Yes,
if you
we're
Google
talking
Champs
about
vs. Pros, you'll see it.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about another challenge show.
How many challenge shows have we done this season?
This is only the second one, but I've been talking about the challenge at the end of most of these podcasts.
I'm getting a lot of challenge.
I feel like if you're sick of the challenge, you might need to skip a lot of what's going to happen because I feel like we're going to have to talk about the challenge every week now because it's still on.
You know, the challenge never sleeps.
This was the sexiest remake of Legends of the Hidden Temple with professional athletes I've ever seen.
Put it on the front of the box.
I feel like Harrison needs to just start this challenge podcast where he just talks about the challenge.
He just tricked us into it, man.
Doesn't need.
You're on that podcast, Chris.
Yeah,
you're on that podcast.
He just commandeered the podcast. Like
I'm okay with it.
So this is a brand new show that premiered last night, and we're watching it tonight, Wednesday.
And we'll post it probably 2 days after it airs.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see.
You know, we'll get to it. Somebody will get to it.
Should I run through a quick description on this one?
Do it up.
All right. From MTV.com. Each episode of the 6-week special event, The Challenge, Champs vs. Pros, will focus on a different strength: agility, ingenuity, brawn, brains, endurance, and guts. Every week, the winning team's captain will choose one member of their team to go into the elimination round, and the rest of the team will vote in their opponent. I don't understand why this is, it's mostly focusing on the structure of the show and not the fact that there's a bunch of former challenge champions playing against a bunch of professional athletes in the challenge.
Is that even mentioned?
It's not mentioned at all in this description.
Maybe it just seems obvious because it's part of the description.
In this case, the champs are former challenge champions. The pros are actual, either current or former professional athletes. We should clarify that.
You're correct.
Yes.
We've clarified it.
It's been clarified.
Let's move right ahead.
Now, Harrison, who's hosting this?
I'll tell you who's not hosting it. TJ Lavin.
Oh, thank God.
That's a better way of putting it.
What is
It's just
TJ
not
doing,
TJ.
though?
TJ Lavin is the rightful host of this show. I don't think that Victor Cruz... I mean, he's been okay, but I don't think he's really...
I think he is one of the worst reality show hosts I've ever seen.
Victor Cruz or TJ Lavin?
Victor Cruz.
Oh, that's,
100%.
He's so bad. They're like, I don't even think they introduce him. And it's like he was part of
for some reason in the first part of the show we're watching it,
he didn't look like a football player.
Chris just keeps going, that's not Victor Cruz.
When are they going to have Victor Cruz? When are they going to do it?
They didn't introduce him. We thought it was going to be a big deal.
Who did you think that guy was?
I didn't know because they didn't introduce him.
They definitely introduced him. He said, "I'm Victor Cruz," and had his name below it.
No,
he
they
said,
didn't.
I'm the host of this show, Victor Cruz.
But I will definitely agree with you that he did not look that big compared to a bunch of the pros that were competing in there.
Yeah, I'm looking at former NFL player that looks like a giant.
You're looking at Shawne Merriman.
Right. Yeah, and
one female is WNBA player, so I'm sure she's not short.
Let's should we go through which some of the pros that are showing up here?
Sure.
If you have a list,
you have a list?
I don't have a list, but I can start naming a couple of these.
Mr. Merriman.
Got Shawne Merriman, former NFL
Gus. Got Gus somebody, the pro skier.
Got Gus, a pro skier. We got
who's the snowboarder?
Lindsay Jacob Ellis, the snowboarder.
We've got her last name is just 2 first names.
Yeah, it's just all one word. It's crazy. We
Lola.
got Lolo Jones. Lolo Jones.
Who was the
track
hurdles?
star?
Yeah, that was
U.S.
her.
track star. That's her. Who else we have? We have the WNBA player.
Candace.
Who else we have?
I think that's all.
Who
are the guys?
CM
There was a
Punks.
couple of football players.
We had.
Don't look at me.
We had CM Punk, who is a professional wrestler. I guess.
Maybe.
Oh, was that it?
Maybe
Do you have
a
the list
boxer.
actually now?
Yeah. Cameron Wimbley, football player.
Right, Tennessee Titans, like 9 years or something.
Louise Hazel, who I'm not sure.
Oh, she was the Brit.
Yeah, she's the Brit. I'm not sure what sport she was in, though. Louis Vito, another snowboarder, which we didn't see any of this time.
What?
Yeah, no, he's in there, too.
There was
Yeah,
also
that's-
No, he's definitely like a real professional
Yeah,
snowboarder.
like he's been in the X Games.
Every one of
he was
these
not
are
on the show at
getting
all.
paid to do their sport, so they're professionals, whether you've heard of them or not.
No, but I'm saying I have heard of them. Oh, I mean, like some of them, sure. I'm just saying, like I'm surprised, like the people we heard of weren't even shown in the first episode.
Yeah.
That always happens, though.
And then we've got Tia Blanco, 19-year-old surfing phenom, which I don't know how she's going to be on the challenge and not drink, because I feel like that's like a key part of living in the house and being on the
How
challenge.
is she
I'm
not
telling you,
gonna
you're
drink?
not living at the house. These people are showing
Yeah.
up at 9 a.m. for like 4 or 5 days, and that's it. Like the show, probably 6 days. They're going 9 a.m. to like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. and then like that's it for 6 days.
Oh, you think they're doing the whole series in 6 days?
6 to 10 days.
You'd be beat up if you were doing this thing 6
Nah,
days in a row.
yeah.
Like, man, that'd be...
But then, like, what are these people doing in between days? Like, the pros, sure, but like,
What
is,
are the
like, all
pros
this
doing? They don't-
Downtime? What are they hanging around like with not
That-
filming it?
That's just what they do in the regular challenge, where it's hanging out in the house filming it in between these things. But
Right, but the pros aren't just not around.
I have no idea if it was not clear from this if they're all living in the same house or not. There was no big like, hey, we're all moving into the house thing. But there was this kind of living room setting after the challenge happened,
It was just like a giant room.
where they were
Yeah.
kind of.
It looked like it was a set or like a big warehouse.
But there was
Yeah.
like they were standing around like a kitchen looking thing too.
It was weird.
I don't know.
We'll find out more, but
Yeah.
Do you want to go over the champs?
Sure. We can run down the champs real quick. We have from the season we talked about the Invasion of the Champions season. Ashley K was on there. We also have Ashley M, who was the winner of the Invasion of the Champions season.
Spoilers.
We have Johnny Bananas, all-time challenge champion. We got CT. We got Camilla, who made it to the finals in the last season. CT won the last season. Cara Maria, Darrell, who were both in the last season as well. Jordan, who's coming back after a few seasons off. We've got Veronica and Wes come back.
Wes is bad.
Wes, Johnny Bananas and Wes have beef that goes long back.
Well aged.
Bananas is by far the best person in the show. Like he's like inciting all this drama.
I think that my favorite part about this show, like, that a huge part of the challenge is like the politics of the thing, the politics of the thing, like the whole situation of like lobbying for votes and things like that. And I don't know that like the pros are really used to being in that sort of environment. So when they start kind of fighting with each other, Johnny just kind of gets in there and just starts stirring the pot and starting to kind of rile them up, because they don't really have experience with this kind of thing,
No, yeah. That's the part that I'm not sure. Like if they're all in the house, I feel like the champs, like they've got a better handle on the drama piece, whereas the pros can probably take most of the champs in most things.
I mean,
That's how it's looking so far.
the thing is that they're going to eliminate one champ and one pro every week, it looks like. So
Yeah.
like they're not, I mean, they're directly competitive with each other for money for their charities, but not really for like staying in the game. So it's kind of,
Yeah.
But I'm also curious if they're actually staying in a house. They're staying together, because I'm pretty sure those pros aren't being like, "Yo, let me sign up for this bunk bed situation," or like this 8-room bed things.
I don't know, dude. Like who's too big on the show from the pros that wouldn't sign up for something like this?
I don't know. I mean, I guess a lot of. I mean, one of them mentioned that they were a challenge fan, so like,
Oh yeah,
I'm sure that comes up. Like, sign me up, no matter what, right?
yeah.
So I could see that. But if you weren't a challenge fan, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be having a hard time getting pros to stay like that. So I'm guessing maybe give it like a 2-week schedule where like you're on and off like every day or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I don't know. I'd be surprised if they're all staying in the house.
Yeah, I can see that.
but we did not watch a next time on, so I don't really know.
Well,
there
was
wasn't.
there
there
was
was
some
a little
insane
bit.
montage.
Yeah,
Which try
There
not to
wasn't
pay too
a lot
close
of
I kind of
drama
tuned it
in
out.
that.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of drama in that montage. There was
Yeah.
it was like all of the stunts.
Yeah, it definitely seemed that there's a lot less drama in there.
Yeah.
So does Harrison? Do you want to describe the first stunt here
Yeah, I guess so.
or challenge?
So,
I guess.
Yeah.
We call it a challenge.
The challenge.
It's a show of challenges, Chris. I don't know why
It's
you're
called
getting
the
it.
stunts.
The stunts.
Champs
Stunts
versus
Pros.
pros.
So basically, it was a challenge that they'd had on a previous season. So there's basically this theme that we're seeing now with the first couple that
Pretty sure this is gonna.
they take a challenge from a previous season and then they make it harder for this Champs versus Pros edition. So they took this challenge where basically you and your team have to traverse this like hanging rope course that's sort of in the air, I think that the rule is you can't leave any gaps in the rope in between people, so it's kind of like tricky how you have to get people across you.
I feel like you can't have two people on one rope.
You can definitely have two people on one rope, but I think that
No, I don't think you
Oh,
can.
yeah.
That's why you had to step on people.
No, but I think you have to step on people because there can be no gaps in the rope. So like when the first person gets on the first rope, they can't move to the second rope because then there'd be a gap in the first one. So the first person has to step
Yeah.
over the first person and stand the second one.
That's what I'm saying. Is you can't have two people on the second rope.
You can have two people on there. You just won't be able to like progress them, I guess, right? I don't know. Maybe not.
Yo, Max, this is fascinating.
Well, we
Is it?
didn't get an explanation of the.
There's
Yeah.
full
ropes.
explanation.
They're climbing across
As-
the ropes. There's a
as-
lot of people climbing across the ropes. I'm not sure why you're not getting it.
As we said earlier, Victor Cruz not as strong of a host as TJ Lavin, so I feel like he didn't land the rules quite as well there.
When the hell has TJ ever done anything?
TJ Lavin explains the rules clearly, at least usually.
I got a question. Which host has more of a presence? Victor
Cruz.
Cruz or Ashley from WWE Legends House?
Oh my gosh.
I feel like Ashley.
When she walks in, you know she's there.
Yeah, you get all that attention.
It's Ashley.
She can make a whole room full of old wrestlers turn their heads. That's for sure.
That's not the only thing turning.
So do we actually want to know the full rules for that game?
Not really. I don't know. It's just some ropes thing. I don't know.
They gotta cross to one platform.
All right,
to
Brian,
another, there's a
explain
bunch
the
of
rules.
ropes.
Explain the
Oh
rules.
my god.
Brian, explain them.
All right, for our poor listeners, just go ahead and fast forward like a couple of minutes.
All right, I'm gonna skip this now, James. Thanks a lot.
Damn it. Sorry, no, Brian, I wasn't trying to burn
We didn't
you.
even
I
get to
just,
the same-
The rules, like I can't like.
We didn't even get to the important part where you have 5 minutes to go across the whole thing.
You have to get people across this ropes course, and whichever team gets more people across it wins.
Great.
Is the basic thing, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Nobody cares. Not.
So they
can't
do
imagine
this.
They do it. Some
The
people
pros
fall.
do good.
Some people fall. Some people don't fall.
You know what, guys? Some stuff happens on this show.
Yeah.
Just go
all
watch
right,
it.
whatever,
Let's
you
just
know.
drop the mic. Let's get out of here.
The pros end up winning because they get more people
Well,
across.
yeah. Let's score. Like some people cross.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was what 5 to
The pros like
4
kicked
to 1. I
ass. It
think?
was like not even a competition.
It was,
Well, the first set ran out of time. I feel like if they had more time, they
yeah. I
That's
mean,
the
definitely
whole
would've gotten
thing,
more.
speed's definitely a factor on that thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of it.
there were 3 people that were just really good at it in the one segment
Oh yeah.
that got 3 across, but
Yeah.
2
So
people
the pros
fell.
win. Oh, there was some sort of captain
Yeah.
element of this.
So basically, they have this rule this season where each team picks a captain. It's a different gender every week. So this week it was female captains, and if your team wins and you're the captain, then you're automatically safe from elimination no matter what. If your team loses and you're captain, then you're automatically in the elimination.
And if you win, you get to pick the person that goes in.
Right.
A person.
A person.
And
to go
then
in.
the other person gets voted in by the team.
Right. So pros win, and now both teams have to put up their nominations, right?
and they're hanging out in some sort of makeshift,
Some sort of-
to be determined kitchen bar kind of
Some kind of house-like area.
Right.
Yeah. And,
But it has very few windows.
Yeah.
The pros decide that they're going to do the civil thing where one person fell, so she volunteers.
Yep.
and then they draw out of a hat the other 3 people.
They wrote names on limes and put them into this hat to draw out of there.
Bum bum bum.
And there was some sort of fake, I don't know what kind of drama.
So there was a whole situation before this with Lolo Jones, and so first of all, she was fired up for the entire show. Like she's really
I don't know,
extremely competitive, very fired up.
we don't need to explain all of the drama here.
She was the one yelling a lot.
You were the
though.
one who, a few seconds ago, wanted to go into detail of the rules of the challenge.
Because that's important. The drama
We
is
don't
not
need to
Oh
know
my
about the
God.
drama, but let's talk
The
about those
drama's the
goddamn
whole
ropes.
show.
Okay, Brian, hit us with the rope
What are
rules.
the rope rules?
Keep stirring that pot, Harrison.
That's to the
You know what
plot.
you're getting the drama.
So basically, Lolo is like very upset and vocal. She's like, "Hey, someone's gonna go home and not make any money for their charity." So she's upset about this because she's playing for her own charity.
well,
And also,
for some
and
reason,
also,
these are people who are super passionate about these charities. Like,
Like-
I can't even tell you how passionate they are about these
Yeah.
charities.
no,
Oh,
that's
they care,
one
James.
person.
and also, she's just super competitive. So she wants to win too.
Right.
So she wants to win. Right.
I think the charity's a cover.
I think she cares about the charity, but I also think she wants to win.
I think she just wants to win.
I feel like she doesn't like the champs know that if you want to stay in the game, it's fine if you're in the elimination. You just got to go out and win.
Right.
So like that's you just got to suck it up and you're like, "All right, well, I'm in. I got to prove that I stay in instead
Right.
of being such a wimp about it."
Yeah. No, for sure.
She was just like trying to lobby real hard to not go in cuz it's her, she's the head of the charity that she's for.
She's very much of the opinion that like her cause is more important than other people's,
For sure.
and that's not cool.
Yeah, I picked up on that, and I wasn't digging it.
She's like, I know you guys have important things, but this is my thing, and I'm sure it's important. It's great, but you know.
But this is more important. It's
Yeah.
my I'm the head of it. You guys aren't the head of yours, so
Yeah.
mine is better.
Yeah,
So
uncool.
there was kind of this whole controversy. So it basically ends up like, hey, the fair thing to do is to put these 3 limes with the names on into a hat and draw it. So the person who was the captain draws the lime and looks at it and says Lolo, like she's going in, right? And doesn't really show the lime to anyone. Just kind of like puts it back in the hat or something. And then it kind of comes up later in this testimonial that she might have just
She doesn't admit. She says I could have said.
she doesn't admit to it, but she kind of implies that she just said Lolo's name to put a strong competitor into the first elimination.
She's like, it could have said Tracy's name or something.
Yeah.
Some with a T.
But
So-
that wasn't Tracy, but it's something like that.
But it's smart challenge strategy to put the strongest competitor you can put in there.
So I feel like if I was a producer of this said show and I was telling these people, like asking them questions on the testimonial, I might try to get her to say something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Whether, that actually happened or not.
No
is
doubt.
a subject, because she never said it happened. So it makes me question that whole drama.
They'd never fake that stuff, Chris. Come on.
Chris, the
like-
show is 100% real. Stop making it
I think
not
that
real.
I think that
I'm just getting you to question what you've seen. Okay?
Yeah, like I think that they could have totally set her up with that question, but I do think that it shows that she's thinking about some of like the gamesmanship of the situation at least.
If
like,
that was real.
well, like I don't think that they just gave her something to read. I think they probably like set her up with a question to talk about it.
Yeah, they set her up with a question to be like, hey, but what if you can get her to say
like,
that
hey,
without her actually doing that?
Sure.
It's like, hey, just like tell me like how you would have done it if you were gonna read someone else's name off the lines or
Yeah.
something like.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something.
It's just, what else could you have done in that situation?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're like, well, I could have just said anybody's name.
And this person's never been on reality TV, so they don't know how all the stuff's gonna get chopped up that way
Oh, yeah.
either. So
It didn't look that chopped up though.
no, it was like a pretty. That's kind of why I was like, I feel like she was. It was intentional
I
on
mean,
her
the chances
part.
are she probably did it, but there's also, I think, a decent chance that she didn't. It's like 60-40 for me.
I'm not sure whether she did or not, but I think that she's kind of like stirring it up a little bit.
You be the jury.
You the
Who's
jury.
she stirring it up with?
Like the
Us.
audience. The audience.
With
Why?
you, James.
Because
with you.
they're making TV, they're making entertainment here,
We're in
man.
a stew right now. We're getting
So
stirred
the producer,
up.
she's not doing it. The producers are doing it in that scenario.
She could also be doing it.
Why the hell does she care?
Have you ever
Because-
heard of this guy called Johnny Bananas?
Yeah, because everyone like people who are on these kinds of shows like want to be on the show, and the
Oh,
way you
so
get on and the way
you
you
get
get on the
people
show
talking
is by
about it.
stirring up shit on the show.
Sure.
Like
Because you're talking about those people. All right.
Well, I mean, Is she the one that said she watched the challenge for like ever?
I'm not sure, but if she is, then it totally makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing that if you like know the challenge. I don't know.
That's
if
why
these pros came in and did their homework.
That's why, like, if the same situation went down with the champs, like first of all, like the same situation would never go down with them, and if it did, you better believe they're checking that line for that name on there. There's no way they're letting somebody just like walk away from that. They know they're. I don't know. Like they just know the situation better.
Well, I mean, the champs are coming in from a different perspective here. They're like coming in from this drama-filled house where that's like, I would say like 70 to 80% of the challenge.
Yeah.
Whereas like these pros are coming in, I want to do some challenges against these people. I'm the best. It's like they're not really worried.
Reality TV.
They're not worried about. Most of them probably aren't worried about the drama.
Right. They probably haven't, like, if they haven't seen the show, they haven't thought about that part of it as much, probably.
Yeah.
I have a question. Are these pros having sex? Are they politicking?
It depends on if they're in the house, I think.
I don't think they're in the house, but I do think
if they're all in the
someone
same
is going
hotel,
to have sex with somebody. I don't know if they're going to show it or not.
You did see
Lolo. Was it Lolo?
Lolo and Jordan were having little some at that bowling alley there.
Dude, that stash.
That stash is no good.
Fucking insane.
No bueno.
Oh my god.
So, just to get this straight, they're having sex so they can win, right?
No.
Oh, just for fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
For any purpose.
Both. It helps with competition.
Well, no, I'm saying if they're having sex so they can win, so they get money, are they prostitutes?
No, because it's for a charity.
But what if it wasn't for a charity?
No, even like, can you be a prostitute for charity?
So wait,
I don't think so, because you're not
Is the
actually the one
charity the
getting the
pimp?
money.
That's true. That's a good point.
No, the pimp is MTV, I think.
Yeah, the pimp's definitely.
I don't know.
MTV.
Like
somebody's the pimp in that situation.
I don't think you always need a pimp.
When you're just giving the money to somebody else, like, isn't that what that is?
It's just an independent prostitute at that point, I guess.
No,
Yeah.
but they're getting the money and they're giving it to like this charity wink.
Charity that they believe in, that they
free
want.
agents,
Right.
So the charity's the pimp. The charity's pimping
charity's
them out.
pimping.
The charity's pimping them out to have sex in the show to get money for the charity.
Okay.
These are probably all fine charities.
After they go back to this house, some of the crew goes bowling, where Johnny Bananas starts to stir the pot a little bit.
Yeah. So at this point in the elimination, it's Lolo and this WNBA player
Yeah.
for the pros, and on the champ side, it was Ashley, who won last season, and Veronica, who is from a long time ago on the show,
like season 5.
that like no one on the show now has ever been on a show with her, I think.
Yes.
Anyway, bowling alley. Sorry.
Yes. So that the bowling alley, stirring up some drama, saying to Lola, who maybe, what was on the line. I don't know what was on the line. Do you know what was on the line? Like, that's just not how shit goes down on the challenge. You got to know. He was schooling the pros.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like he's definitely trying to plant this seed that like, hey, this is a cutthroat game. Like you should.
Yeah. He was like, I know there's teams forming. I know who's on the teams. You want to know who's on the teams? Yeah, I'll tell you who's on the teams.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely leaning into his strengths because he knows that the strength is not the athletic ability versus these people, so you got to lean into your strengths there.
I feel like he looks pretty built.
He's definitely
but I don't
pretty
know
built,
how,
but he's not
like-
Shawne Merriman or like
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's not running the hurdles.
Right.
He could be. I don't,
He's not doing like a double McTwist thing off a half pipe.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm sure
just
that's
doing
not
bunch
going to be
of-
a challenge, though.
Maybe it could be.
That's definitely the thing that kind of levels the playing field a little bit. It's like none of these things are sports. They're just kind of like insane things that are vaguely athletic. So it's kind of...
I was actually... Okay, well, the next challenge, the elimination challenge...
Yeah.
I don't know if we have anything else to say except for the...
No, they went bowling. That's
Yeah.
about it.
So the elimination challenge, they had this wall that you could punch through, and you had to climb the wall to get to a bell, and the first one that got there won. The
Yeah.
person that didn't make it is out.
It's basically like a climbing wall with no handholds. You have to punch through it to make your own handholds. Right?
Yeah. And they had some sort of on their wrists they had some way to break into the.
It seemed like I don't know, they definitely had some
hard-
kind of gloves on, or maybe wrist guards or something.
Right. It seemed like they had the black padded gloves that were loosely padded, but like had the wrist guard and
probably,
knuckle guards, like to like a very light degree, but there was definitely something there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as you say that, when the pros did it, Lola just running a clinic there. Like
It
the
was-
WNBA person, like, just smoked.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
not even close.
Well, I mean, you really got to see the speed difference because you got to see the champs go first, and Ashley versus Veronica, and they were pretty slow up that thing, and then you see Lolo, just she is furious that she's in the elimination to begin with, so she
Yeah.
just tears it up. Like it was ridiculous.
Insanity.
I mean, even Ashley fell and
Oh, yeah.
climbed her way back up and won.
Veronica had a pretty bad showing. Like Ashley got
Well,
about halfway
yeah.
up, fell off the wall.
I think
climbed back up.
So after the champs round, Veronica showed that like she completely fucked up her knuckles on like both her hands.
Oh yeah.
Which means that she was like punching it or something instead of using the wrist guard, and you're gonna have a bad time.
Just bad technique.
yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, but you also need strength. So it's like, it's hard to know like how much like trap strength you have
Mhm.
to like be punching with your wrist, because it's not like a normal motion.
I was definitely surprised. I mean, I was surprised at how fast Lolo plowed through that thing. I mean, because she kind of has like a sprinter's build. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like she was smashing that thing though.
She also had an insane strategy too. Like it was crazy. She just punched the high holes, and instead of just putting her hands on them, just put her feet in them.
Yeah, she was just kind of like
Just hopped
she
up
just kind of
there.
like leap up the wall and like it was nuts.
She jumped
yeah.
like 6 feet to go. I'm like, holy.
I guess that's where the hurdles is coming into
Yeah.
play.
Like,
No, yeah.
got it. Just jump for it.
Yeah.
It's clear that she probably does rock climbing as training, and like this is all like
Super,
yeah.
It would be interesting for them to do something like totally out there that like you wouldn't train for.
What about curling?
Curling. Oh man.
That would be good.
That would be a great challenge.
No one would be good at that. I feel like the champs would be really bad.
I mean, like at some point here, they're going to get into some things probably that aren't total athleticism. Like they're going to get into like some eating challenge, or they're going to get into like, hey, you gotta.
The pros are
You
gonna
gotta
just dominate.
It's like
them.
hey, you gotta hump this giant bar of soap until it's all gone. Like there'd be like some insane thing like that.
Wow. Whoa.
No, that-
Do not let Harrison
yeah,
be a producer on
entirely
this.
be-
That's a challenge they did before on this thing, on the show. It was insane.
What? What are
They-
you doing with soap?
Oh man! So
What do you
basically, it's like it was some kind of Battle of the Exes season. So it was like former people who were formerly a couple, and then they basically had this like, pipe, I guess, that was like about like the width of like a mechanical bowl you might kind of sit on. So they're kind of like sitting on it, like straddling it with this kind of beam above their head, and they kind of had to slide back and forth on it until like all this kind of soap was sort of like melted, like rubbed off of this thing. So
And
like,
they're naked or like
no, like they're wearing like whatever
clothes.
Yeah, like
They're wearing
clothes.
Under Armour.
Yeah,
Under
like
Armour,
like super
wasn't making
super
the
tight
appearance.
Under Armour,
Right.
and then so like it could come back. We'll see.
I doubt it.
Why
Probably
would you
not.
think that they were naked?
I don't know what Harrison was describing. It sounded fucking insane.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, they no blurring on MTV either. They were just naked.
I don't know what the hell MTV's
Dongs all over the place.
we'll post a video to Facebook or
doing.
Twitter.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Naked challenge.
Would this show be
naked
better
challenge.
if they were naked?
So yes, that's kind of where we ended up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the WNBA player got eliminated,
Yep.
and Veronica
Veronica's gone.
got eliminated. I always feel bad for the people that get eliminated first.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're just not in the show enough to make an impact.
And-
Yeah,
and-
like
and
an
the champs
imprint?
do this intentionally. They just voted her in because she was the one that they hadn't seen in forever.
For sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
It's like, all right, well, we haven't seen you in forever. You're in the fucking challenge.
none of them knew her basically, so none of them
Right.
really had like a relationship there. So it was just easy to vote her in, I think.
Right.
But like it's definitely crazy because she hasn't been on the show for like 15 years or something, and then just like make your comeback and then just get eliminated
Yeah.
immediately is pretty rough.
Like they set it up for that, right? Like it's definitely like an in crowd kind of situation. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
this is the tight knit crew. Like We're keeping these people in. That's it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how tight knit. There's a lot of like hatred. I feel
For TV.
on yeah.
They're probably all just drinking beers and getting Coronas after the show, man.
Could
And
be.
Just hanging out.
And they're definitely not seeing each other between seasons.
You've
I
had
would
enough
say-
of those people by the time you're done with that show.
Oh yeah.
I would say they're tight knit like family, where you hate them, but they're kind of your buds anyway.
Right. So when like the rookies come in, they at least at the beginning kind of team up with each other to get the rookies out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're there to stay on the show. Like that's
Yeah,
the
I mean,
whole thing.
Everyone's
They're like, we got a good gig going.
Everyone's trying to
here.
make
We're
it.
gonna keep that feud going. Let's stir some drama. Like they're probably strategizing before this whole thing starts. They probably get in a room.
don't know. I feel
and
like-
all right, yo, you, me, Chris. Like let's stir some shit up so that we have something like going on.
We're gonna have a big fight this season.
Yeah, right. Like,
I
oh, what are you doing
mean-
with that? Oh, okay, yeah. Let's.
I don't think this is as bad as the Jersey Shore got. Like the Jersey Shore, that was clearly what was happening. Like they all liked each other and they just like made drama. But I feel like these people could legitimately hate these other people.
Oh, that's.
Like,
I mean,
fair, too.
like-
they're all type A people. Like you could,
and
they hate each other all the time.
And you put them in like the most stressful and competitive situation possible, and it just brings out the crazy in all
like
the people.
I could see you trying to get together and just like, yeah, let's make this, our drama like 18 times bigger. But like, I just don't think you need it. I think they just hate each other to begin with.
So, what formulas could make this show better? I have some ideas.
Let's hear 'em.
The challenge, Invasion of the Pros.
Oh, where the pros just roll up in the game?
Yeah,
That'd be pretty good.
That would be a fun twist on last one.
Oh shit, it's Shawne Merriman.
Yeah.
Well,
I do want to see the pros wreck the champs or wreck anybody.
There has to be some kind of head-to-head
There's gotta.
physical head-to-head challenge between them. Like
I want to see
gonna-
that football player take on CT, and it's some kind of nuts battle.
they got to do the backpack elimination with Shawne Merriman and CT. And,
I
and
feel-
see
I
what
don't know what the
happens.
backpack situation is.
Oh, okay.
prediction. They
What?
will not do that till the finale.
Yeah, I mean,
But
like,
they will do it in the finale.
But we just gotta get lucky that those people make it. Is the problem?
I mean, I actually don't think that they're ever. I mean, I don't know, because the final's just going to be like go climb some mountain or something. So like they'll all be doing it, but they won't be like really head to head. You know?
Yeah, but they'll be head to head.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Like
No,
like
you want that ring challenge where they strap two people together and they gotta like get out of the ring or whatever that one was.
yeah, or it's just like here's like a tire iron. Whoever's holding it at the end wins, or whatever it is. You know.
Now I want the like physical,
You're
like
just having
the
brawls
sandbag.
with a tire iron. That's
Yeah.
definitely not happening in this show.
Oh yeah, no, do that. I mean, maybe not specifically, like some kind of a baton kind of thing.
Yo, let's give everyone this really heavy metal bar, and then give it to one person. Say you win $1 million if you have it at the end of 5 minutes. Okay, because you're not beating the shit out of
you
everyone.
win $1 million if you murder that other person right now.
So you're not beating the shit out of everyone else right now.
How far
Wow.
do you think these people would go?
The champs, pretty far.
They're not going to murder anybody.
They're not murdering anyone, but definitely
Take a swing.
scars, bruising.
Yeah.
So do you think that this is not a regular season of the challenge?
It's definitely a spin-off season.
There's
The
no Under
challenge.
Armour.
There's no Under Armour to be seen because we think of the athlete apparel deals that are already out there.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But do you think it's because they're not
You
all
don't
like-
have TJ.
No TJ.
TJ, I think, is one of the key things in the challenge.
TJ, I think that there are a few things that are potentially not here that would make it a real challenge. One, are they living in a house together? We don't know that.
Yeah.
Two,
There's
where,
no TJ.
where the fuck is TJ Lavin?
I will say I love to hate on TJ, but like the show does feel a little bit weak without him.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
The-
you love to hate on him in the show. You're like, what's TJ got to say about this?
Victor Cruz, though, is not making a good
No,
play
it's-
for anything, really.
He's got to step his game up if there's anything.
Like,
Like-
if they're gonna bring in a non-TJ host, you got to bring in someone like great. You
Yeah.
know?
Like Gary Busey.
Like Gary Busey.
Like, you get, like, Conan O'Brien in here. That'd be great. Like, somebody, like, just,
Or
like,
just like, Victor Cruz has got to act like he cares about
Get
this a
like-
little bit.
Get like John Gruden to host it or something like that. Would be like a nuts host.
Oh, man.
Do we
Yeah,
get-
you get like an NFL coach.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like somebody like that.
What about Michael Rappaport?
Oh, that's not bad. I like
He'd
it.
just be cracking jokes, though.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah, but you do kind of want somebody that would care. I feel like Michael
Right.
Rappaport was just not
Does
going
not
to
give a
fuck.
shit about this show.
But I think, but
He's like, hey, what's your name? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Where's the?
oh yeah.
I also feel like this. Do you think there'll be a season 2, or is this just going to be a spinoff and done?
I don't know. I
One and
guess it
done.
depends on how it goes. I mean, it's only 6 weeks, so it's not a huge commitment. They'll probably put it out there and see how it does. If it does well, they'll do another
Like,
one.
The ratings will tell.
Like, do you think if they does really well, they'll try to do a challenge season with the pros?
Maybe. Well, okay. Here is the scenario that will probably happen. Is this will probably be the only spin-off season of it, but I bet that they integrate some of the pros into the regular challenge seasons. That,
I can definitely see that.
Like
They should do pro
some of the
challenges.
pros that are like really popping and don't have super active like athletic careers. I could see them making appearances on the show.
I feel like the bill for them is going to be way higher than anyone else.
I don't think so, dude. Like I think that
They
like
show up for like a couple hours.
it's just like, you
not
know,
a big deal.
there's like
Guest
there-
appearance.
there's like no, like I think they're going to be
in the
cast
show.
members in future.
I just want
challenges.
like pro challenges to show up, so they just have like a pro challenge segment, and it's like the challenge is designed by the pros.
Yeah.
And like the pro has previously run the course or like whatever it is, and it's like you got to beat the pro time.
That'd be
Where
Or,
did
like,
you just come
something.
up with that? What? You just like got this whole thing in
oh,
your head.
that's
you
what I
assumed
thought you
all
were-
that.
Dude, I thought you haven't thought. I thought this whole thing through already. Just came to me.
That's bananas. Like what, I can't get over this.
You
Oh,
would
yeah.
watch this, right?
It's great.
I don't know. I have to process because
You can process this. What do you? Oh
because
my
we were
God.
talking about something completely different.
No, this is the pro challenge.
James Rohall taking it off the rails all the
oh
time.
boy.
Oh,
Um,
We
James.
said there's gonna be a pro in a show. I'm like, yeah, there's gonna be a pro.
Yeah, there's going to
segment.
be pros in the chat. There's going to be people from this season in the regular season of challenge.
I think
the
so.
challenge.
I think that like, for example, that one girl who was lying about the limes, I could totally see like has the personality for that kind of thing. I think it's going to depend on how much better they are at the challenges than the champs, though, because the last thing you want to do is throw Lolo Jones in, who can never be beaten because they're so
Yeah.
much better. Like,
Definitely 18-time winner of the challenge.
yeah,
Lolo Jones. Yeah,
Yeah.
send me to the elimination. Let's see this.
yeah, for
I'm
sure.
just doing all the elimination challenges
Yeah,
because there's no other way to get eliminated.
for sure.
She just has to start taking on like the guys.
Yeah,
Takes on CT.
could be.
Like, how many triangles
think
are
would
there
win?
here?
Depends on the challenge, I guess.
Sandbag challenge.
Sandbag challenge. Oh man, I don't know.
Right?
Because I bet that Lolo has a lot better endurance than CT does. But
And she's not that like it's hard to know. Like, she
I
looks
mean
pretty tall.
CT could maybe run her over though. He's a
He's
pretty
pretty
big
big.
guy too.
Yeah.
But like she's
She's
seems
pretty
strong also. So I'm not 100%
That's what
on
it
that.
is,
I'm
like-
not really.
But
Yeah.
that'd be some good entertainment.
Oh yeah, we might see that this season.
No way. Dude, like I bet CT just gets destroyed.
CT's gonna
Like if
I
CT
want
gets
that-
destroyed, it's just the end of his career, right? It's like remember that time Lolo Jones just kicked your ass?
I don't think so. I think people are expecting her to wreck him. Probably. I don't know.
I guess.
She's
I
a-
mean, it's tough because she did so well in the elimination challenge this time. I don't know what she did during the first challenge, though. It was hard to tell who was who.
yeah.
Yeah, like when there's this many people in there early on, it's kind of hard to tell how individual people are doing in some of these challenges. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a pretty good start to this to the season. I'm definitely interested to see where it goes.
So, where's the ranking for everyone here?
Oh man,
Top, middle, third?
am I gonna
I'm going to guess Harrison.
am I gonna have to keep overloading my top third? Yeah, top third.
Pretty sure it's
There it
Harrison's
is.
top 50.
My top third is as big as Chris's bottom third.
No, I don't think so.
Phrasing? Is there a phrasing there?
That doesn't quite sound.
James, where's this go?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say middle, because I'm intrigued, but I don't love the show, but it's like it's interesting enough to watch with other people.
Maximilian?
Yeah, middle. It's not different enough from regular challenge.
Are you saying that you would rather watch an old season of the challenge that you haven't seen or this?
I love the polydicking.
You don't know
It's
that
gonna
it's not there.
It's gonna be amazing if they're all in the same house together. And it's
But
for
it's
like
only 6 episodes, so it's not like a normal, what is it?
They're like in a
15
house for a
season.
week.
I mean, if they stretch it out over like 2 to 3 weeks, if they can get these over 2 to 3 weeks in a house, I could be. That's
I feel like if they got 2 to 3 weeks, it'd be way more than 6 episodes.
I think you need some recovery time in between some of these
There's
things.
got to be at least a day off.
Maybe day off, yeah.
Yeah, but then that's when you do all the politicking, and you got to show that on the show.
Yeah, for
Right,
sure.
so it's 2 days of real time per episode, you're saying?
Yeah, well, I'm saying that it would be like if there were 2 days, they would have so much content.
They're like, I bet that they're shooting this thing over 2 weeks. Like, I bet that they're going to spread out these 6 episodes over 2 weeks, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's
Seems
probably
reasonable.
2 weeks.
All right, Brian, where is this? Top, middle, bottom?
Bottom.
Oh,
Oh.
man.
So I really like the challenge, but this makes everything worse. You got a worse host. You have no interactivity between the challengers. Like, we have no idea if they're in the same house. And
They're
That's
definitely
definitely-
not.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
They've been focusing all on the competition, and even then, the pros have been dominating.
Preach it.
No, that's true. You're definitely right. Yeah, for sure.
He's really onto something there.
Yeah.
This might be a first.
Oh.
I do think this is a middle tier show.
Oh, middle
Whoa,
tier.
holy
middle
shit.
tier.
Ring the bells or something.
This is a middle tier.
Sound the alarms.
It is not in the bottom because I just think the
'Cause
challenges and like the characters on the show I like,
Yeah.
and it's entertaining. You know, there's not a lot of recap bullshit,
Oh yeah,
like
That's a
which
good
is
point.
really nice.
It's very watchable.
Yeah.
Very watchable.
Whereas like the shows that we always keep watching, they fall into a trap where they're boring or they're not trying to do enough, and I feel like this is season 29.5 of the challenge, and they're definitely hitting a stride. Probably not as high as I think they could go, but it's definitely entertaining.
Well, it's always season 30 for that.
I doubt it.
Season 30, they got to do something big, though, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, that's why they're saving up for it.
What do you have
Yeah.
to? You have to give what, like a diamond ring at 30, or what is the?
I don't know what the 30th anniversary is.
Are they doing that in the fall or like next year?
It's fall.
Probably fall. They usually
Well,
do 2 main challenges a year, I think.
it's not a 30th anniversary. It's a 30th season.
30th season. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true, I guess.
Oh, it's gonna be the sexiest season ever.
Why is that?
Challenge XXX.
Oh, XXX.
The Triple X Challenge.
Hosted by
is
Vin
it-
that's
Diesel.
probably, they probably can't call it that.
No.
It's probably
Yeah.
it could be that, and it could
Hosted
be
by
champs
Vin
versus
Diesel.
porn stars.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Could be that.
I mean,
Right, it could be
Killa-
XXX. It can't be Triple X.
Yeah,
Like, I'm pretty sure whoever
You can't
was
call
at
it
Sony or
Triple
somebody
X,
has
yeah.
rights to that.
What about Trace Eckes?
Oh.
and
What
there's
if
just a
all the
bunch of Dos Equis
competitors
there.
are people who have had like a sex tape together or something?
Oh no!
That'd be good.
And then you're stuck with that partner for the different
And then they've got to show the sex
Is,
tape.
Yeah.
Battle of the
Ooh.
X tape.
Not going to go there.
You can buy the DVD of all the sex tapes.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
That Johnny Bananas one.
No, that's not going to be
So
good.
good.
Does that one guy always have that stash? That
The-
insano stash?
Jordan, this is the first time I've seen him with the Insano stash.
Oh,
It should be noted that the last time we saw Jordan, he was eliminated by Johnny Bananas in the same elimination we saw today.
Oh.
So,
there you have it.
The wall.
the wall thing.
The wall
yeah.
thing.
Oh, well, yeah. It's one other minor detail of the show that's irrelevant.
So,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
who paid for that challenge? Who paid for the wall?
It's just the wall, man.
Oh.
There's no sponsors.
Mexico.
It took James way too long to get that. I was just waiting.
I didn't know we had to keep going down. I was like, okay, we got it. Oh, just really hammer it home there. Oh, man.
Anyone but watching anything else they want to talk about?
Come back to me.
James is always ready for this.
I'm usually ready for this. I am not. I've been watching a bunch of movies that I've seen a bunch just again for some random reason.
How many Fast movies have you rewatched?
Oh, I definitely watched 5 and 7 within the last couple of weeks. Watched Tropic Thunder and watched Starship Troopers again the other night.
I'm not a big fan of Tropic Thunder. Like,
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn.
I thought there was like, I haven't seen it since it came out.
Sure.
But I thought what I remember, there were like 2 funny scenes in the movie, and I was just
I
like,
will say there's
There's just
maybe
like a-
2/3 of the way in, it kind of dips for a little, but then it kind of comes back.
In the point where Ben Stiller gets captured
Yeah.
by the people, it's,
And he's doing
it's
the
a
play
whole,
thing.
That stuff's no. That
I
whole part was
mean,
no good.
the full retard scene is definitely like Olympic, like high, level of comedy.
The
but like,
the speech that Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
gives.
yeah.
Yeah.
but the rest of it, I mean, I'm not a huge Jack Black guy, so like a lot of his stuff I don't like.
His gummy bears, man.
I didn't love his character in that movie.
No.
Yeah.
I don't. Not. I just don't like his shtick.
Who's
Yeah.
better, Jack Black or Jack White?
Like just in life,
Yeah,
Jack White.
100%.
Ooh, I have a good question. This is probably a terrible question. What's your favorite Jack Black movie, though?
School Rock.
Yeah.
I actually have one, but I don't. You
Um,
list them off.
I have.
School Rock, High Fidelity.
Sure.
That's a great
That's
movie.
actually one.
That's
yeah,
actually
yeah.
a pretty legit good movie.
I'm gonna go with. What about Independence Day?
Yeah.
We can't.
I wouldn't really
that.
classify that as
Oh,
a
yeah.
Jack Black movie.
But he's in it.
gotta be
he's
a
in, like-
main.
He's-
Is
oh,
he
we're
in
talking
it?
mains.
Is he in
Yeah.
that movie? I think you're thinking of Mars Attacks,
Yeah,
which
Oh,
is
yeah.
like one
That's a
shot of
great
Mars
movie.
Attacks.
That's
I'm
what I'm
pretty
thinking
sure
of.
Which
he's
is-
not in.
which is
Independence
not a
Day.
good movie.
Oh, you're correct about both those statements.
I enjoy it because it's so bad.
It's
And
insane.
it's intentionally bad.
Yeah.
It is.
I think I'm gonna go School Rock though. Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda,
Sorry, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he did a good voiceover.
because his shtick's not really in the movie.
No, not really.
Max, you got anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I've been watching this insane reality show called CNN. It's got a lot of recaps, but man, just
I'm-
Yo, where does it top, middle, third, or bottom?
lot of twists.
a lot of twists.
Whoa, man! So you're saying there's a lot of surprises coming?
I don't know. It's been a pretty shitty season so far, but the last couple of episodes real good.
it's
Really
heating up.
heating up.
A lot of drama unfolding.
Brian, you want to talk about anything?
I've been watching Master of None. If you haven't started watching that, get to it real quick
Yes.
before everything is spoiled.
New season of Master of None is really good.
I'm 2 episodes in. I
I'm
like
just
it.
A couple in. I forgot about that. Damn it! Thanks for reminding me, Brian.
Instead, you're thinking about Mars Attacks. Jack.
No, that was no. Oh, that's true. I was thinking Independence Day, but then it was actually Mars Attacks. Well, there you have it.
Harrison,
New season of Silicon Valley. It's pretty good. Been checking that one out.
I like it a lot. Like,
Been
I was definitely concerned with what they were doing. Like,
Whoa,
with-
easy. I haven't seen the latest.
I'm not talking about the latest. I was
I'm
just talking about Pied Piper was like going, like, looked like they were going to moonshot.
Yeah.
And then, like, they've fallen, which is like, I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think it wouldn't have been a good show if they, like, continued to moonshot.
yeah. No, it's definitely good. It's definitely still firmly in the like.
Gotta be struggling.
They smash together every insane startup situation you've heard of.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And they're just keep going. It's great.
Yeah, for sure. And there's always new content because startups are always doing insane new things. So
Yeah. I finally finished The Last of Us.
oh yeah,
That's a very good game. I really enjoyed that ending. Pretty crazy.
oh yeah.
Cool.
I'm not going to spoil it for anyone.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Would recommend.
What else we got?
I think that's it, guys. I guess you can find us on Twitter.
At Who Put This On?
You can find us on Facebook.com/Who Put This On. You can email us questions at whoputthison@gmail.com.
And
Yeah.
rate us on iTunes, review us. That's how people discover our podcast. So if you like it, go to iTunes and rate us.
Yeah,
Who the hell put
we've
this
been
shit
pretty
on?
bad about that.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a Twitter they want to plug?
Twitter.com.
I never tweet, but I'm at Harrison Hoffman. Maybe I'll start tweeting. Maybe I'll just tweet from the Who Put This On account. That seems
That's
more fun.
probably-
That seems more fun.
Probably a better idea. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheChrisLorenz. And we'll see you guys next week, maybe, probably.
Adios.